As a journalist, you always want both sides. You want stereo visibility into what happened. Rosenstein really hasn't told us what happened in that his side of it. But if you believe Andy McCabe, who, by the way, has been shown to have lied in a prior investigation, and you believe Pete Strzok and Lisa Page's recounting in emails and documents, it appears that the FBI and Rosenstein had this conversation after Comey was fired, and they considered a range of options. How can we retaliate against the president for firing our buddy James Comey? At that point, it's not clear the FBI knew that Rosenstein was complicitous in getting Comey fired, because he wrote the memo saying he was a bad egg on the Clinton investigation. We should fire him for performance. And keep in mind, that turns out to be an accurate description, because the IG investigated it, and just like Rosenstein, the IG properly concluded that Comey acted badly in the Clinton email case, and there was grounds for firing him. So Rosenstein writes a perfect memo to give, a good performance memo that justifies the president's decision. Then he turns around and acts to the FBI as though, oh my God, you've been victimized, and I'm here to help you retaliate against Donald Trump, if you believe the FBI's account. Until we get Rod Rosenstein's account, we don't know. But what the FBI said is Rosenstein volunteered to wear a wire on our president, wear a recording device, go into the president, try to gather some evidence that he was insane or obstructive or whatever they're looking for. And then they would talk to a couple of cabinet members inside the cabinet and begin this very rare process, which has never been used in American history, to invoke the 25th Amendment and try to remove the president because he was, quote unquote, incapacitated. If the FBI's account is accurate, and we should take it with a grain of salt, since at least one of the accountees is somebody who's already been caught lying. But if it's accurate, Rod Rosenstein was on both sides of this equation, fanning Donald Trump's desire to fire James Comey, and then fanning the FBI's desire to get revenge against him by opening up an obstruction case, and maybe even considering wearing a wire and removing him under the Constitution. It's a crazy period in American history. I don't think the final volume of history has been written yet. Maybe groups like Judicial Watch can help us get those documents. Maybe Congress can use its subpoena power, but we need to know more about what occurred there. If the FBI's account is accurate, it feels like a coup attempt. But one of the things we learned about the Russia investigation is we should give, because our American system requires it, the benefit of innocence to people who have yet been convicted. We didn't do that during the Trump. Carter Page was assumed guilty right away, so was Papadopoulos. In the end of the day, we find out a lot of that stuff wasn't true, Donald Trump. But let's assume everyone's innocent, but we should get to the bottom of it and find out who did what. And Rod Rosenstein, I think, has a lot of questions to answer, both about Rosatom, 2009, and 2017-18, and what he did with the FBI.